What's up, Wolfman fans? This is WMV number 3. Count 'em 3. Whew. Sorry these are so infrequent. Not that I think you guys really care. I should probably put on my seatbelt, huh? Ugh. Shut up. Anyways. These are pretty infrequent. Not that you guys really care. But, I do them when I can. So I just got off of work. What was supposed to be a simple PM, that is preventive maintenance, on a refrigeration unit, turned into a long task. Basically troubleshooting and eventually replacing an electric fuel pump. So that was fun. Oh wow, that's dark. We'll fix that real quick. There we go. It's not perfect, but it's something. So now I gotta head off to Wal-Mart because somewhere close to the 2/3 mark of my shift, my wife called me and asked if I would do her a favor and stop at Walmart for her on the way home, because apparently we need some stuff. I mean, obviously, why else do you stop at Walmart? I actually try to avoid that place as much as humanly possible. Although at this time of night, it's not so bad. I don't mind going at this time of night because there's, and this is, by the way, this is closer to around 9 o'clock right now. I usually get off around 8:30, but, sometimes it pushes past 8:30. But anyways, I don't mind going to Walmart around this time of night because it's a lot more cleared out. There's less people there, especially less crazy people, that's for sure. And usually they're restocking. So what might normally be out of stock at normal times is in stock now. And there's nobody else going for it except for me. So that's the cool thing. I apologize if it's really dark right now. I mean, like I said, it is like around 9 o'clock right now, so, it is kind of dark outside. But anyway, yeah, I usually try to avoid Walmart. I really, in all honesty, I try to avoid shopping during the daytime as much as possible because it's just insane. And I don't know about you guys. Me personally, it's not really that I don't like people so much. It's just I have a call it a paranoia. Or claustrophobia of some kind. It's groups of people, like crowds of people that I can't stand, and it sends me in. It makes me paranoid, and I start feeling myself wanting to get violent, and wanting to punch people. And maybe that's a natural reaction to large groups of people, especially when the guy in front of you's walking real slow and the guy behind you's like running up your ass with a shopping cart, and at the same time right next to you is some lady with like 3 or 4 kids that she has absolutely no control of, and they're just going absolutely bonkers inside the store. Maybe that's a natural reaction. I don't know. But I try to avoid that situation as much as possible. So at this time of night, I'm not really worried about going to Walmart. Besides, I got a couple things I got to pick up myself anyway. So I did want to also throw out there, I talked about it in my last vlog. My buddy was getting ready to start his channel, Condition Actual. Well, good news, his channel's up. He only has one video. I believe it's called Test Video or something like that. And it is his test video, and it's kind of his intro video to his channel. So in case you guys wander across there and are curious what his channel has to offer, what he's planning, his content is supposed to be, this is going to explain that. So yeah, he got that going for him. I'll leave a link in the description of this video down below, and you guys can go check him out. Please go check him out. Like I said, he's going to have a lot of really good information. My stuff is generally more opinionated, just based on my observations. I don't really make the effort to put forth a lot of documentation or anything like that. I mean, I could, and honestly, if I say anything that somebody else can refute with actual documentation, actual proof, you know, I'm willing to admit when I was wrong, and I'll give whoever that person is who called me out on it, I'll give them credit for that, and you know, that kind of thing. This guy, he can actually link you guys to documentation of what he's talking about, so there's proof. And he's not much for arguing with people. I'm sure that if you asked him to explain something, he would have no problem explaining it further if you needed him to. But if you straight up don't believe him, you know, as far as he's concerned, that's not his problem. So yeah, but all the same, I believe his channel is going to have a lot of really good information, and you guys really should go check him out. So again, I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go check out Condition Actual. And yeah, that's about it. So I am now at Walmart. It wasn't too far of a drive from work. It's actually pretty much just around the corner. I'm gonna finish the cigarette and finish talking to you guys. So it's been a long day. Luckily, it's my Tuesday. I don't have a Wednesday in my week, or at least I don't consider myself to have a Wednesday, since I only have a 4-day work week. I have a Monday, a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Friday. So yeah, I'm on, I just finished up Tuesday. But it's always nice after a 10-hour work day to be done with the day, let me tell you. Not that I feel like I'm any more tired now than I would be after an 8-hour shift, but you're still worn out, your hands are torn up. Honestly, today I've had diesel fuel on me, all over me. I've had oil all over me. It's just been a day. Rolling around on the floor in someone else's grease puddle that I wasn't aware of that was there, because that person didn't have the common courtesy to clean it up. So I took care of it for him with the back of my shirt. So go me. Luckily, you got one of those, you know, Centos uniforms. By the way, I just had a book that I just finished listening to, an audiobook I was listening to on Audible. And by the way, this isn't a promotion for Audible. I'm not like advertising those guys at all. Not that I think that it's a bad service or anything. It's just that I'm not getting paid to advertise for them. I'm just saying this is where I got the book. So it's an audiobook I've been listening to for the last couple days, called The Real Enemies, and it's conspiracy theories and the U.S. government from World War I to 9/11. And it actually goes further than 9/11, all the way up through the Trump election and everything. And it really talks about the reasons that Americans are so ready to jump to a conspiracy theory, so ready to accept them and to come up with new ones and stuff like that. And it gives you like actual factual, this actually happened, reasons for, you know, why it's perfectly reasonable for us to come up with conspiracy theories. Because there has been some genuinely shady stuff that our government has been involved in. And this goes from, like, you know, Operation Northwoods, the things that got us into World War I, World War II, the Iran-Contra, stuff like that. Things that actually went down, that there's plenty enough evidence showing how the government did some shady things, and we have plenty of reasons to distrust them. However, I think that overall the book also cautions against, really flinging yourself way to the far left or to the far right and getting involved and mixed up in those conspiracy theories. Like, are you believing a conspiracy theory because the evidence matches your theory that you already put together? Because that happens a lot. People come up with their own hypotheses, and then they cherry pick the evidence that matches those hypotheses, and that's what they go with. And unfortunately, most of those people tend to be on the left or the right. So really, that's what this book is kind of talks about. It talks about what the left believed, what the right believed, and it doesn't really talk about what the middle believes. It does kind of talk about a generalization, so much percentage of the U.S. was more willing to believe this or that. So it does talk about the general populace. But I would say, after listening to this book, though I don't think I agreed with everything, because the end of this book ended... this book was, I think, published like last year. So at that time, the Mueller investigation into Trump and the Russian collusion was still going on, and the results had not come out yet. So as far as they were concerned, that was still going on, and there was plenty of evidence to say that he did. Honestly, Trump did say a lot of messed up things that were unfounded in the beginning, when he was, all the way back to like 2010. So, there's a lot of things to keep in mind. Don't be one of those people that fall in to the far left or far right categories because you want so badly to believe one thing or another. And at the same time, don't be one of those people who is so willing to believe that our country is like the greatest of the great of the great, so much so that we are immune from ever doing anything wrong. You have to be a little more realistic than that. You have to be willing to see the good and the bad. You have to be, if you're a huge Trump supporter, fine. But you have to be willing to see his flaws as well, as his good things that he does. You have to be willing to see his flaws. And at the same time, like if you've got somebody, say Bernie Sanders or somebody like that, though I agree with like almost 100% nothing he says, I agree with. So, but I would have to, take a careful, considered look and go, okay, is this guy motivated by something? Is he misled? I have to inform myself. I can't just believe what's being spread around. Don't be sheep. Be an individual. You are a thinking, breathing, feeling human being. And it is up to you guys to do the research and to collect the evidence yourself. And the one good thing that conspiracy theories have done for us has actually pressured the government as a whole to be able to release the findings of special investigations and certain documents and stuff. Yes, some are very heavily redacted, but it allows us a better peek into what's actually going on and to be better informed. And of course, we've had the Patriot Act now, which will the Freedom of Information Act, excuse me, the Freedom of Information Act that allows us to request these documents from the government. So it's interesting. It's a very interesting topic. I highly recommend this book. Even if you don't agree with everything it says, it's interesting to listen to, and it has some good takeaways from it. I even got some things that it didn't say explicitly. I had some takeaways from it. So anyway, it's a good read, good listen, whatever. My next book I'm excited about. It's a history. It's the biography of Frank Hamer, the Texas Ranger who hunted down Bonnie and Clyde. And like, dude, this guy was like a legit badass. Like, he was the most badass like Texas Ranger ever, and he had an epic life story. So I'm really excited to get into that book, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it and whether I recommend it or not. But I'm really excited for it. But anyway, that's all I got. I got to get in here and go get this junk, go get these groceries or whatever the hell I'm getting, and get back to the house. And because I'm hungry, I need to get some food in me. I'm dirty. I need to get a shower. I mean, I seriously feel like gross. I have a film on my face and on my arms and stuff that I've got to get rid of. Anyway, you guys, as always, take it easy. And if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Links in the description of the video down below to both Condition Actual, to my Facebook, to my Instagram, and to my PayPal. If you guys are feeling generous and want to help the channel out, feel free to hit that up. But that's about it. You guys take it easy, stay awesome, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.